Hi guys. Hi. All right. So in this video, I'm going to quickly go over how you can set up a counter for anything. So basically, like if you want to do like your current wins and like a quick play matches or ranked matches, or if you want to do like death a counter for your like playthroughs that you're doing, anything like that, you can do this. Any kind of counter. I mean, you can do even like head pat redeem. Every single time it does a head pat, increase it type of thing. Basically what I did with my fisting duels on the last video that I did. It's basically the same thing, but we're just gonna go over everything, how to make the counter, and then how you can display it on your screen if you want to display it on your screen, and also how I integrated it into my StreamDeck as well, so I don't have to actually use a command. All right, so first things first, we're just gonna go over how to basically set a counter. That's all. So basically you're gonna want to do a right click, add, as we always do, and name it what you want to do. So basically what I start with is always add win. So basically you want to start with something that's going to always increment the win, make your variable go up by 1. Okay, so we're gonna go here, go to add win, and basically I have mine set up for a command. So you just right click, core, commands, and command triggered, and then you make a new one. And then I will show you the one that I did. I lied, I can't do that. Where is it? There it is. So basically I just have add win. Basically my mods and I can do this because I don't want anyone to accidentally add too many wins or anything like that, just so it's controlled. And I have a cooldown just in case, if it's per user, you know, if I add a win and someone else adds a win, they won't add at the same time. So that's kind of how I keep track of it. All right, and then now we're going to set up how to actually make your wins or deaths counter. So basically you're going to do a set global variable, which we did last video, but I'll quickly go over it again. We're going to do core, logic, I lied, global, and then you're going to want to set. Set is important. Set basically says you're going to be changing it. So since we're currently doing our add a win, we're going to basically say, okay, I want to increment it by 1. So basically you're going to do global, persistent. Again, this is checked. This means it'll stay even when you close StreamerBot, and it'll keep storing it. And then you're just going to want to name whatever you want the variable to be. If you want it to be wins, you want it to be deaths, whatever you want it to be, just name it here, keep it consistent so you have always the same variable. Then you're going to go to increment by 1. So this is your increment, like every single time I do a win, add 1. Every single time I die, add 1. Okay? Then you're good. So now that I've added 1, basically to my global wins, now I need to, what I wanted to do is send a message in my chat, as you can see over here. When I add a win, it tells me, so I know if it added it, right? I want confirmation. Or you just do this if you want to as well. So I'm going to say, I want to display a chat message that says a win was added. So I know myself that it worked. So we're going to go to get the global command. So now you're going to do get global, get your value here, global get. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do global persisting, and then you're going to type whatever variable you set it as, wins, and then default value is 0, blah, 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 blah. I don't remember why, don't ask. And then you're good to go. Then basically I want a Twitch message to be triggered. So you right click, Twitch, chat, send a chat message to the channel. And I basically just said added win currently. And then I put the variable, which is wins. And then I say wins. So it basically says added win currently 3 wins. It says however many I add. Okay. And that's basically that one. Now I'm going to go over how to reset. So basically, like for me, say I end the day and then I start a new day and I'm playing a different game, or I'm playing, starting a new counter. I want to reset it. Okay? I'm done. Also, you can do this one and do decrease if you need to. If someone accidentally adds too many, you can just do it and change this. I lied. Change this one to this one. Decrease, basically. But I don't have that. I just do a reset. All right. So we're going to do the same thing. Basically, you're going to do right-click, add. You're going to do a reset wins one or reset deaths. And the same thing, you're going to make a new command. That's reset things. Where is it? Reset wins. Has a cooldown. Good to go. Again, only moderators can do it. All right, and then we're going to go back. Now we're basically going to want to set the global again. So you do core globals set. And basically you're going to want to put your variable in, and you're going to want to set the variable, the value of it, to 0. And then again, we're going to want to call the information because I want to say wins are set to 0. I want a confirmation that it reset, basically. So you're going to want to right click core globals get. So you can recall the information. So you're just saying, yes, I want to call the wins variable. And then I do a Twitch message. And I say wins set to, and then I do my variable, whatever I named it. And it will display wins set to 0. And you're good to go. I also made a little command. So if you do exclamation point wins in chat, it will show. So if I do this, you can see here, Green Fruit has beat quick play queues 0 times today. So it's at 0 right now. So basically I did the same thing as the other ones. I set a command for display wins, and anyone can use this command. Where's wins? To see how many wins I have. Okay. So anyone can use this command. It should have a cooldown. Cooldowns are important, guys. All right, we go back. And basically what you're going to do is the same thing. You want to call the information. So you're going to do global get, core, global, get global. And then you're going to want to do your information. So basically I set it as myself. So Green Fruit has beat quick play. And then I put my variable that I want. Blank times today. And then I put my emote. Basically you just type the emote out and it will paste it. I use my own account, so I have access to all my emotes. Good to go. If you use a bot, make sure they're subbed. If not, it'll, put the text in. And you're good to go. So that's basically the basic of how to set up a global counter for wins or deaths. And now I'm going to kind of show you little extras of how I set up the display on my screen. So basically what I want to do is with these two. So when I have an ad win, I want it to say, okay, increase what's on my screen. So when I add a win, boom. I lied, wrong button. This one, I add a win, it goes up by 1. See, I added 1, it went up by 1. So basically all you're going to want to do is add another OBS thing. So basically you're going to go into OBS and literally just add a text. And you can just say, yep, okay. And then you leave it blank, and that's literally all you need. I'm going to delete this because I don't need it. Where's the freaking delete button? Remove. Yep. I'm going to go back to StreamBot. So that's all you literally need to do. I just named it wins counter so I can tell what it was on my OBS. Okay. So now basically you're going to do right click, OBS, and you're going to go to sources. And you're going to go to set GDI text. So you're basically going to match what your OBS has. And you click that. And this is going to pop up again. You're going to go to OBS. You're going to go to the scene that it's in. I basically only want it on my gaming scene because I don't want the counter to persist anywhere else. If I did want it in every scene or any scene that I want, I would add it to the audio ones and it would show up anywhere. And then, or you could just add it in other places so you guys know how to do that. then the source, which is what I named it there, wins counter, and then the text. So basically you're literally just going to type out current wins or current deaths or whatever you want, total number of deaths to stream, whatever you want, and you're just going to type in what your variable is. So in my case, it's wins. So I do the percentage wins percentage and I hit OK. And I'm going to do the same exact thing for reset wins. So basically I added another OBS. So right click, OBS, sources, set GDI text. And again, OBS, my gaming screen, what the source is. And then I did the same exact message, set current wins. That's it. Because it's doing the same thing. It's basically what you're doing is just like recall this message on screen and you're doing different actions here. Okay. So now when I add a win, it goes up and it sends a message in my chat there. As you can do it again, it matches. And then when I restart, it tells me it's set to 0. And then on my screen, it goes to 0. And now I'm going to show you how I set it up also with my StreamDeck. So basically I have a 60% keyboard, so I don't have a numpad. So I basically just cheated my way and I wanted to do a hotkey. So basically what I did was do right click, you do core, and you do hotkeys, hotkey press. And basically I just did create hotkey right here. And I scrolled down here and I just went numpad and I hit alt, I think it was. Yeah, alt. And then I wanted to put it in a group. So I think I put it under numpad because I don't have a numpad. So anything that's under numpad, I don't have to worry about me accidentally hitting it because I don't have a numpad. It doesn't exist on my keyboard. I can't click it, but I use a StreamDeck. So I can use this. Okay. So basically you do any combination of whatever you want. And there you go. Boom. It's already on there. I set this one to 0, my wins to 0, to numpad 0, and then I set my add win to alt numpad 1. Okay? And now I go to my StreamDeck. So basically what you want to do is go to the systems buttons, and then you want to do this hotkey. You're just going to drop it on in there like that. And basically you click to assign. So if you drop down this window right here, so if you don't have a numpad like me, it shows up right here. And all you have to do is hold the alt key and see how it changes them. You can do that for control as well. So you just alt and then numpad 0. There you go. And of course you can like change the title of it, like reset wins. I can't even do this. So then I know that's my reset wins button. And that's all. That's all I did for StreamDeck. I just did 2 buttons for each one. I did alt numpad 0 and alt numpad 1. That's all it is. So this one is add a win. And this one is reset wins. So now instead of having to type in my chat and say add win, I can just click this button and it'll also work as well. I also did that as well. There's already a hotkey on mine. So if I go here, you can see here, you can also hook up your StreamDeck to Twitch and just send a message. But basically I wanted to eliminate how many messages were sent. So if I just do a hotkey instead, it won't send the message. It won't send the command. So instead of using the add win command, I just do a hotkey button. It's easier that way, but you can literally do it either way. Both of these win. They both work. Here, I'll just click it physically. See, add win. See, I ran it by my add win command and added a win and I put here too. And that's how I set up a counter on my StreamerBot. And yeah, and then also you can do your wins so people can check how many wins you have. Or deaths, if you want to do a death counter. All right, guys. Thanks again. And if you have any questions, let me know. Just message me on Discord. I put a little recommendations or request basically in my Discord. If you have access to that. If not, just let me know on a stream and I'll add it on in there and I'll get to it eventually. I'm slowly adding videos as I go. I still have a bunch of other stuff to cover, as you guys can tell. I have Spotify, I have a queue for viewers so they can join and play with me. in games. And then what other ones? Message timers. So they automatically send automatic messages for thank yous, for raids, and all that as well. Or subs. It just automatically thanks them. I don't have to do anything. So I'll go over all those slowly. But if you have any other requests, I know Minnie wants to know about how to, when people send a first chat in the message like of that day, it'll say, it'll shout them out, or it'll be like, oh, you followed me for a year. I want to say, oh my God, like, you know, whatever you want to say for that person that's now chatting in your chat for the, you know, but they're a year follower. So we will go over those. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye.